My daughter hasn't blinked in 3 days. Now she's teaching me how not to. I know how this sounds. You're probably already swiping over to the comments to accuse me of lying or insanity. And believe me, I'd be better off if it were so. Insanity would be a kinder fate than whatever this is. My 8-year-old daughter, Lily, is smart, inquisitive, a little shy perhaps, but always energetic. She used to laugh at everything, bad knock-knock jokes, cartoon voices, even the wash machine sound the washer produced when it went out of balance. I hadn't heard that laugh in over a week. But the blinking thing, it started 3 days ago. Or perhaps that's just when I realized. I picked her up from school, asked her how she was doing, and she answered in a flat tone like none I'd ever heard. It was fine. The bell rang too many times. I didn't know what to do with that. What does that even mean? That night, at dinner, I caught myself staring at her. Not because of anything she'd said, she hadn't said much, but because her eyes were just open, wide, shiny, unblinking. I watched her spear mashed potatoes into her mouth with mechanical precision, never once looking away from that glassy stare. Lily, are your eyes bothering you? No. Do you need drops? They look dry. No. I blinked. She didn't. That night, I went to check on her, expecting that she would be sleeping. She was in the center of her room instead, in the dark, her arms loose at her sides, her head slightly lifted up as if she were listening to something I couldn't hear. Her eyes were open. Sweetheart? She didn't move. I moved closer, quietly. I swear I wasn't trying to scare her, but she still responded. She swiveled around to face me, but not altogether. First her eyes, then her head, then the rest of her with a sickening lag, as if I was seeing her on the internet. And then she smiled, only it wasn't her smile. Go back to bed, Daddy, she told me. You're still not ready. Her voice was too level, too steady. Lily has the tiniest lisp. This one did not. I stepped away from the room, closed the door, didn't sleep. Day 2 was worse. She did not attend school. I told the office she had a stomach virus. The real reason, I didn't want her around other kids. I didn't want her around anyone. I just wanted to figure out what the devil was happening. But every time I looked at her, she was already looking back at me. I caught her staring from the hallway mirror, from the crack of my bedroom door, from behind the drapes in the living room. She'd appear in rooms that she hadn't entered. I ceased to hear her footsteps. I ceased to hear her breathing. But I saw her. At lunchtime, I was in the kitchen, pretending to cook. I looked up and saw her standing in the yard, bare feet, gazing at the kitchen window. She did not blink. A few minutes later, I heard her voice behind me. I brought the bell inside, she said. I turned. She wasn't wet. She wasn't muddy. She hadn't opened the back door, and she was holding something wrapped in newspaper. I didn't want to open it. I didn't need to. That night, I tried to test her. I flashed flashcards. I lit up harsh lights. I blared ear-piercing noises. I showed her that notorious viral video of the girl jump-scared by the mirror ghost. Nothing. Her eyes didn't budge. I aimed a flashlight directly into them. No reaction, no weeping, no dilation of pupils. She breathed softly. You'll lose if you keep playing. I have no idea what that was. I still don't. By the third night, I had lost nearly 60 hours of sleep. I sat in the hallway outside her door with a bottle of wine and a kitchen knife that I had no idea how I'd come to pick up. I left the lights off. I didn't want her to see me. She did. She stood outside her door at precisely midnight, sneaked into the hallway, and knelt down beside me. You look sleepy, she said. I didn't answer. Do you want to stop blinking too? I had shaken my head. It's okay, she had whispered. The thing behind your eyes already said yes. And then she had touched me. 2 fingers, pressing slowly on the skin underneath my lower eyelids. I jerked away from it, but the pressure remained, like the memory of it was seared underneath the surface. That was yesterday. Today, I can feel it. The burn, the itch, the watching, like something is huddled in the back of my head, behind my eyes, stretching, waiting. And she's still staring at me. standing in the doorway of every room, whistling some tune I don't recognize. Every time I blink these days, I can hear it clearer. It's not in my ears, it's in the back of my eyes. Lily hasn't blinked in 3 days, but neither have I. I sit in the dim light of the living room, the curtains drawn tight against the world outside. The house is silent except for the soft ticking of the clock on the mantel, each tick a reminder of the time slipping away. My eyes burn, the urge to blink almost unbearable, but I resist. I can't let it win. I can't let whatever is happening to Lily take me too. Lily stands in the doorway, her unblinking eyes fixed on me. Her presence is both comforting and terrifying, a reminder of the daughter I love and the stranger she has become. She hums softly, the melody haunting and unfamiliar, yet it tugs at something deep within me. "Daddy, you're doing well," she says, her voice devoid of emotion. "You're learning." I nod, unable to find words. My throat is dry, my mind a jumble of fear and confusion. I want to reach out to her, to hold her and tell her everything will be okay, but I can't. I don't know if it will be. The days blur together, each one a struggle against the growing presence behind my eyes. I try to distract myself with mundane tasks, cleaning, cooking, anything to keep my mind occupied. But Lily is always there, watching, waiting. Her presence is a constant reminder of the battle I'm fighting and the one I'm losing. I've stopped answering the phone, stopped responding to messages. Friends and family are worried, but I can't explain what's happening. How do you tell someone that your daughter hasn't blinked in days, and now you're following suit? They'd think I'm crazy, and maybe I am. But this is real. It's happening. One night, as I lie in bed, the darkness pressing in around me, I hear Lily's voice. It's soft, almost a whisper, but it cuts through the silence like a knife. "Daddy, it's time." I sit up, my heart pounding in my chest. She stands in the doorway, her silhouette framed by the dim light from the hallway. Her eyes are wide, unblinking, and I know I have to follow her. She leads me through the house, her footsteps silent on the wooden floor. We stop in front of a mirror, and she turns to face me. "Look," she says, gesturing to the reflection. I hesitate, fear clawing at my insides, but I force myself to look. My reflection stares back at me, eyes wide and unblinking. But there's something else, something lurking just beneath the surface. A shadow, a presence, watching, waiting. "Do you see it?" Lily asks, her voice calm and steady. I nod, unable to tear my gaze away from the mirror. The presence is there, behind my eyes, stretching, reaching. It's terrifying, yet strangely familiar, like a part of me I've forgotten. "It's okay, Daddy," Lily says, her hand slipping into mine. "You're ready now?" I want to protest, to tell her I'm not ready, that I don't want this, but the words won't come. Instead, I feel a sense of acceptance, a strange calm settling over me. The days continue, each one a battle against the presence behind my eyes, but I'm learning, adapting. The urge to blink fades, replaced by a new awareness, a heightened sense of my surroundings. I can see things I couldn't before, shadows and shapes that flit at the edges of my vision. Lily is my guide, her unblinking gaze a beacon in the darkness. She teaches me how to listen, how to see beyond the surface. Her voice is a constant presence, soothing and steady, guiding me through the transformation. One evening, as the sun sets and the house is bathed in a warm, golden light, Lily takes my hand and leads me outside. The air is crisp and cool, the sky painted with hues of orange and pink. We stand together, hand in hand, and I feel a sense of peace wash over me. "Daddy, do you hear it?" she asks, her voice soft and full of wonder. I listen, and for the first time, I hear it clearly, the melody she's been humming. The tune that's been haunting my dreams. It's beautiful, a symphony of sound that fills the air around us. "It's the song of the world," Lily says, her eyes shining with a light I've never seen before. "It's always been there, waiting for us to hear it." I nod, tears filling my eyes. The world is alive with sound and color, a tapestry of beauty I never knew existed. And in that moment, I understand. This is what Lily has been trying to show me, the truth she's been guiding me towards. We stand together, watching as the stars begin to twinkle in the night sky. The presence behind my eyes is still there, but it no longer feels threatening. It's a part of me now, a part of us. And as I look at Lily, I see the daughter I love and the incredible being she's become. "Thank you, Lily," I whisper, my heart full of gratitude and love. She smiles, and for the first time in days, I see her blink. It's a small gesture, but it speaks volumes. We've come through the darkness together, and now we're ready to embrace the light. As the night unfolds, we sit together under the stars, listening to the song of the world. It's a new beginning, a journey we'll take together, hand in hand, eyes wide open, and I know whatever comes next, we'll face it together, unblinking and unafraid. The days that followed were a blend of the ordinary and the extraordinary. Life resumed its usual rhythm, yet everything felt different. Colors seemed more vibrant, sounds more distinct, and the world around us thrummed with a life I had never noticed before. Lily and I shared a bond that transcended words, a connection forged in the crucible of our shared experience. Despite the newfound clarity, questions lingered in my mind. What had happened to us? What was the presence that had settled behind our eyes, and why had it chosen us? I knew I needed answers, not just for my peace of mind, but for Lily's future. One afternoon, as we sat in the garden, basking in the warm glow of the sun, I decided to broach the subject with Lily. She was weaving a daisy chain, her fingers deftly twisting the stems together, her eyes focused and unblinking. "Lily," I began, my voice hesitant, "do you remember when this all started? When you stopped blinking?" She paused, her hands stilling for a moment before she nodded. "I remember, Daddy. It was the day the bell rang too many times." Her words sent a shiver down my spine, a reminder of the cryptic message she had given me on that fateful day. "What do you mean the bell rang too many times?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. Lily looked up at me, her eyes reflecting the sunlight. "It was during recess. I was playing by myself and I heard the bell ring. But it didn't stop. It kept ringing, and then everything changed." "What changed, sweetheart?" I pressed gently. "The world," she said simply. "It was like a door opened and I could see everything differently. I could hear the song, and I knew I had to listen." Her explanation was both enlightening and baffling. A door had opened, she said, allowing her to perceive the world in a new way. But what had triggered it? And why had it affected me too? "Do you know why it happened to us?" I asked, hoping for some insight. Lily shook her head, her expression thoughtful. "I don't know, Daddy. Maybe it was meant to be. Maybe we were chosen." The idea of being chosen was both comforting and unsettling. Chosen for what exactly? And by whom? I felt a deep sense of responsibility, not just for Lily's well-being, but for understanding the truth behind our transformation. Determined to find answers, I began researching everything I could about altered perceptions and heightened awareness. I delved into books on spirituality, neuroscience, and metaphysics, searching for any clue that might explain our experience. One evening, as I pored over a particularly dense tome on consciousness, I stumbled upon a passage that caught my attention. It spoke of a phenomenon known as the awakening, a process by which individuals become attuned to the deeper layers of reality. According to the text, this awakening could be triggered by various factors, including intense emotional experiences, exposure to certain frequencies, or even genetic predisposition. The idea resonated with me. Could Lily and I have undergone some form of awakening? Had the incessant ringing of the bell somehow acted as a catalyst, opening our minds to a new level of perception? I shared my findings with Lily, who listened intently, her eyes wide with curiosity. "That makes sense, Daddy," she said thoughtfully. "It feels like we're part of something bigger now, like we're connected to everything." Her words filled me with a sense of wonder and awe. The world was indeed a vast and mysterious place, and we were just beginning to scratch the surface of its secrets. As the weeks passed, Lily and I continued to explore our newfound abilities. We spent hours in nature, listening to the symphony of sounds that surrounded us. We practiced meditation, focusing on the presence within us and learning to harness its power. Our bond grew stronger, a testament to the journey we had undertaken together. One day, as we sat by the river, watching the water flow gently past, Lily turned to me with a serious expression. "Daddy, do you think there are others like us?" The question had crossed my mind many times. If we had experienced this awakening, surely there must be others who had as well. The thought was both exciting and daunting. What if there were others out there waiting to connect, to share their experiences and insights? "I think it's possible, Lily," I replied, my heart swelling with hope. "And maybe, one day, we'll find them." The prospect of meeting others like us filled me with a sense of purpose. We were not alone in this journey, and together, we could uncover the mysteries of our shared reality. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the landscape, I felt a profound sense of gratitude. Our lives had been irrevocably changed, but in the process, we had discovered a world of wonder and possibility. And as long as we had each other, I knew we could face whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, we would continue to explore the depths of our newfound awareness, unblinking and unafraid, ready to embrace the unknown. Thank you for watching. Write comments, put likes. Do not forget to watch other videos.